to Button Mash Dad's Mash Movies. I'm Chris with Dan, and today we are going to be talking about your favorite 90s video game animal mascot.
Bucky O'Hare?
No.
Bubsy?
No.
Who then?
Well, it's the only one of them that got an actual movie, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Those guys didn't get movies? Well, Bucky O'Hare should.
You're going to punch me in the face, but they didn't deserve it.
Ooh. All right,
Anger.
we'll see you once we get off mic here. There may be some fisticuffs.
But we're here to talk about the 2020 release of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the first installment of what has been 3 movies so far, a spin-off TV show with another movie coming.
Sonic 4 with Amy Rose, and she's going to be voiced by Kristen Bell. I can't wait for that. I really hope Amy Rose gets a song. If you get Kristen Bell and she does not sing, that is a wasted talent right there.
Well,
we'll see how the Sonic fan base feels, but it's like if you get Jack Black to be Bowser, he's got to sing.
Listen, the Sonic fan base, no offense, is a very unique fan base.
They are a very, very unique fan base, but they are passionate.
Yes.
And that is why we're doing this episode for you guys. I've thrown out some Sonic content on our socials, and you guys have been eating it up like a friggin' chili dog. So that's why we're here doing a Sonic episode for y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love, and Sonic fans, you're the best.
So let's talk about this movie. So when I was doing research on this movie, so obviously it's based on the 1991 Sega Genesis game, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
It goes all the way back to Genesis Master System. We all know who Sonic is.
Yes.
You have to be living under a rock.
Right.
What I didn't know is how long this movie was conceived.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to the 90s, we had the games, we had the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dueling cartoon shows.
Yes,
Two.
dueling.
Concurrently airing dueling. And this confused the crap out of me as a kid because, you had the syndicated weekday show. It typically aired in weekdays.
And that was really more like the cartoony Bugs Bunny style.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny. I called it Lugs Bunny. The Looney Tunes show where like it was really lighthearted, like, hey guys, I'm going to eat some chili dogs.
Yeah.
And then like Robotnik had his stupid sidekick, Scratch and Grounder.
Scratch and Grounder. I wanted to bring him up this episode. Thank you for doing it off the top.
And we need to do a MASH movies. It's not technically a movie, but they did a holiday special of that version of Sonic, so that might be our holiday MASH movie actually.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
I already won.
There you go.
I love this episode.
So you had that one, and then you have a Saturday morning cartoon that aired on ABC.
A little bit grittier.
And I'm kind of weird for this, but like while everyone else was watching the Fox or the WB block on the weekends in the 90s, I was watching ABC a lot.
I was too.
It was great.
Buddy.
Yeah.
I
Bump in the
that
Night.
show.
Remember Bump in the Night?
I didn't like it.
Oh man, I love Bump in the Night.
Sorry.
I loved all the ABC shows, but anyway, so the Saturday morning version of the Sonic cartoons were really gritty, like dystopic, like Robotnik's already taken over the universe, and like Sonic and his freedom fighters have to like save him.
Yeah.
I don't know which version I preferred. Did you have a preferred version?
I did. The Saturday morning one.
The Saturday morning one was legit. I think I like the goofiness of the weekday one a little better.
Oh, I did too.
And they both had Jaleel White, a.k.a. Urkel, voicing Sonic, which was pretty interesting.
And he did a great job.
Oh, he's a great Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, he was really, really good with it. A lot of the characters from those TV shows did appear in future games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were put on ice forever, though.
Yeah. Deservingly so.
Yeah, kind of deservingly so, yes.
But what I didn't know is the thought for making a movie went all the way back to 1993 when Deke Entertainment... Deke! I'm just saying it. I wanted to do it at the same time. Deke!
Okay.
So the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog was doing really well. They had the Saturday morning one, which was out at the same time, like you mentioned. So they thought, hey... there's a market for it. Let's do a movie. But there was only one problem. And that
two movies killed the market, which was Mario Brothers and our previously discussed Street Fighter movie. Both kind of turned out to be lead balloons that sort of dragged the whole movie video game genre down with them.
So you know how they said that E.T. was the death blow for the Atari and caused the video game crash.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Super Mario Brothers was the exact same thing for video game adapted movies.
Which is bad because Mario was like, if not the first, one of the first.
Yeah.
So like right out of the gate, Mario Brothers did not.
Yeah, no. Right out of the gates, they tripped and fell.
It's like bum 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 bum. Wow. But I think we do need to revisit Mario Brothers as a MASH movie episode. I think watching it through adult eyes, it's got some redeeming qualities, but this is a Sonic episode. Let's get back to Sonic.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about his arch nemesis, Mario.
Well, now they're friends. Now they do Olympics together and stuff.
They do figure skating. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
But with how bad Mario Brothers and Street Fighter did, which check out our Street Fighter movie episode. Mm-hmm. Actually, I like that movie. But that being said...
Low-key, I liked it too, and I also love Stealth Boat. Guile's boat.
In 1994, Sega had actually worked out a deal with MGM Studios to do the movie. They actually had directors, they had writers, they had a lot of things going for it, but just development hell is what killed the movie over and over and over again. So we can dive more into the history of the movie. There's great articles out there that go over it.
Yep.
Like the movie was supposed to come out with a game called Sonic Extreme.
Which was canceled. That's an infamous game that we'll probably never get to play.
Unfortunately. And that was for the Sega Saturn. And then the movie was going to be done by DreamWorks, but then that didn't happen because there were fights between Sega and MGM about who gets more money.
A lot of botched attempts.
Yeah, and then during the late 90s, they wanted to conclude the animated series, and they had so many people involved. And in fact, did you know that the Saturday morning cartoon, the darker, grittier one, had an Archie comic that went for years after?
I did, because I had a couple issues as a kid, and I read them, and I loved them. And now that I'm into recollecting my childhood, I will be visiting eBay to get them after this podcast is
I
over.
Had a few of them. I wish I still
I did too. I loved them. But I think finally in like the late 20-teens, video games reestablished themselves as credible and money makers. So they're like, all right, let's get on that Sonic movie now. Detective Pikachu just made a ton of money. Let's go.
Well, and before even that, they tried it again in the 2000s. They tried it again, and finally in 2013, Sony said, "Hey, we'll get the rights. We'll make a movie." But that ended up going to development hell again too, until Paramount said, "Fine, we'll do it." And what I found fascinating in doing my research, I knew that this was Jeff Fowler's first directorial debut.
Yep.
So, and he did a great job. So hats off to you, Jeff. But what I didn't know is that he had some experience in other Sonic games.
I found that in my research too. He worked on Shadow the Hedgehog. So, yeah.
So very familiar with the franchise, which is great, because you don't want a director that's like, I have no idea what my source material is.
Right. And I think, part of the reason video game movies are good again is that companies really embrace the source material. We'll talk about this more as this goes on. I feel like this movie definitely embraces the Sonic game material and the lore, but I think as the movie series has gone on, it's been embracing the lore more and more.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the movies have been getting progressively better and progressively making more money, because they're making the fans happier.
I would agree.
But this one's not a bad movie. This is a great movie. It's a good toe dip into the franchise, and I think it's a really great way to establish the Sonic cinematic universe.
And it could have failed.
It could have. And it almost did, thanks to...
We'll get into that.
Are we going to get to Ugly Sonic yet?
Yeah, we will. We will soon. But there's some... Before they even started filming, there was a rumor. I don't know if you heard this rumor. And apparently, Paramount says it wasn't true. But Paul Rudd was allegedly in talks for the role as Tom Wachowski. I heard about that a
little bit. That could have been cool. I think James Marsden, if he was the substitute Paul Rudd, he's great in this movie. He's charming.
Fantastic.
He's lovable. He's like a character you really like.
And you know what? Shout out to Tika Sumpter, too.
Mm-hmm.
Her portrayal as Maddie, she's one of my favorite characters.
I think she's great, too. Yeah, she's very funny. She's supportive of him, but she's a little sassy as well.
Yes.
I thought she was great in the role, yeah.
She
absolutely.
definitely was. So shout out to her. And then I was really shocked to hear that Jim Carrey was going to play Dr. Robotnik. Not that I didn't believe it, but because I thought he was done acting.
Yeah, this was kind of like a return to like his madcap screwball persona, and also a return to being a cartoonish villain for the first time since playing the Riddler phenomenally in Batman Forever. And I know some people don't really love that movie as much, say what you will, but I think Jim Carrey is incredible as the Riddler. I mean, his take is not exactly comic accurate, but his take of the Riddler...
It's still good.
It's awesome.
It's still good.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. And probably because we were kids then.
Yeah, Batman Forever hit both of us at the right time because we're 40. So when that came out, we were like, 10 or 12?
Yeah.
That was like... So Batman Forever is kind of like our Batman. Even though some people don't love it. I didn't like
George Clooney, but I definitely loved everybody. Like Tommy Lee Jones... Jim Carrey. We're getting off topic here.
Well, and also I got to correct you a teeny bit. George Clooney is the Batman and Robin Batman. Were you referring to Val Kilmer? Because Val Kilmer is a pretty great Batman.
He is a very great
George
Batman.
Clooney.
I take back what I said.
George Clooney was kind of sleptwalked his way through that role. But Val Kilmer's good. And R.I.P. Val. Hope you're up there somewhere enjoying butt mash movies. We're talking how much we love your performance. Anyway, all right, back to Sonic.
That I made a mistake because we're talking about Sonic. We're not talking about Batman. I did zero research on Batman, so it's okay.
I've never even seen a Batman. Who's Batman?
Can he fly? So one of the other casting decisions they made early on was Ben Schwartz, which you might know from Parks and
Recreation. Yeah, I was a big Ben Schwartz fan going into this. Not just Parks and Recreation, his role in BoJack Horseman, he's really great in as well.
Never seen that.
You've never seen BoJack Horseman?
I've never seen BoJack.
Really? Wow.
Really?
Yeah, he's great in that show, and that show's great. It's almost like a prestige drama, but with like anthropomorphic animals and a ton of really bad animal puns.
Oh, I know about it.
It's great. I mean, it's like almost as intense as Breaking Bad, but it's about a cartoon horse. You got to watch it.
All right, I will.
But it doesn't have much of a video game tie, so I don't know if we're going to be able to do an episode about it. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
But Ben Schwartz was brought in to do test reading as they pitched the movie to different studios. And they just liked him so much because he was a fan of the game and he did well.
Oh,
with the
he's
voice.
A big Sonic nerd.
Huge
I've seen Sega gave him his own Sonic console, and he's a big brand ambassador, so he loves Sonic.
Which is great. And he does a very good job in the role.
And again, this is part of why video game movies are working now, because they're getting people who love them and aren't just doing it for the paycheck, you know?
But it took 27 years. From
that's a long time.
The idea of, hey, we should do a Sonic movie to here it is on the big screen. So now let's talk about development of the movie. And the number one glaring thing that they did wrong and almost
ruined the movie.
Almost ruined it from the get-go.
Before it even came out.
Yeah, they did a preview. They had a little teaser trailer, and people saw it. They knew it was Sonic, and then you see him, and you go, what the hell is that?
Right. Yeah, it's just Sonic. His eyes are too small. His teeth look way too much like a human man's teeth.
Yeah.
And the internet just erupted. At least my corner of the internet, dorky video game nerds, were all like in arms about this.
Regular people did too.
I'm sure. And like, props to the studio for realizing, okay, we got to fix this, and they actually put some extra $1 million into it. And I think the look of Sonic they came up with for this movie is pretty good. It's a nice combo of like the modern Sonic post Sonic Adventure. Like he's that scale, but he looks more like the 16-bit Genesis Sonic.
Yes.
I think it's a great combo of the two.
Now, here's what I want to know your opinion on. Because apparently, I didn't know this, but in doing my research, there was a gripe that, even from the early trailers, that Sonic had fur. Now, obviously, they wanted to look like a realistic type hedgehog.
Right.
I didn't mind it. I think seeing like a shiny, plasticky Hedgehog would have been weird.
It never bothered me. I get why some fans were pissed. I think in my research I saw that the director or the designer said if they had done shiny Sonic in 3D, he would have just looked nude, which could have been really weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. The decision to have fur is fine. And it actually becomes a plot point when he loses one of his hair quills. That kind of becomes one of the MacGuffins of the movie that Robotnik grabs.
That's true.
Yeah, but so the ugly Sonic thing, the internet really had a field day. But then I think the movie got some good laughs out of it. There was a later Chip and Dale reboot for Disney Plus where Chip and Dale actually meet up with the ugly version of Sonic at a convention, and he's voiced by Tim Robinson of I Think You Should Leave fame, which is a phenomenal and hilarious show.
Yes.
So they can poke fun at themselves for
which is
it now in retrospect. But
so
that decision to redesign him, I think, saved the movie.
And I had to go back and watch the original trailer about Sonic because I didn't know that he didn't even have his gloves, his white gloves.
Oh, I didn't notice that. He had regular weird human hands?
It's like one of those Mandela effect things, right? Like, oh no, he had the white gloves. He didn't in the original trailer.
Ooh.
So they definitely did a good job with that refresh.
Yeah.
What it did, though, is it pushed the debut back from November of 2019 to February of 2020.
Oof, yeah, pandemic.
Right before the pandemic.
They were lucky to get it out. If it had come out like a month later, it would have just made zero money. They were so, like, February was like the last month before the whole world went to hell.
But who knows if they would have made another one.
Right? The like 2 bullets they really dodged. Otherwise, we may never have gotten Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 or Sonic 4 coming soon, which I can't wait for. But so should we get into the plot of the movie?
Let's do that.
So the movie opens up with sort of a flash forward. You get Robotnik chasing Sonic through the city, and then very Ferris Bueller-y, he goes like, "Oh, you want to see how I got in this position? Well, let's go back." And then he rewinds through his own movie. And then you find out that Sonic, which, by the way, toddler Sonic, adorable.
Yes.
It totally reminds me of my own toddler. He's being parented by Longclaw the Owl, who is not in the games.
Yep.
Sonic's backstory for this is completely created for the movie. In your research,
which
I'm okay with it. Did you find in your research anything about Sonic's parents?
No.
Well, apparently in the video games, it has not come up yet who Sonic's parents are.
I thought that it was, I remember for the longest time, I thought in Sonic CD, I thought that the robot Sonic,
Metal Sonic
was supposed to be his dad.
Ooh, that would have been a fun Star Wars-y twist. But no, that was just a robot created by Robotnik. But
yeah, well, here's the thing. So I had Sonic CD for my old HP Pavilion computer.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
The PC port.
Yes.
Wow.
It came with the computer. I did not buy it.
Oh, wow.
But I remember playing that game, and this was on a keyboard, and I didn't have a controller for the PC.
Mm-hmm. And I played NFL Blitz the same way on PC with a laptop. It was terrible.
That's horrible. But I remember getting to Metal Sonic and thinking, like, oh, I wonder if that's his dad. But I suck so bad, I couldn't get past anything.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, in the Archie comic continuity, he has parents named Bernadette and Jules. They're pretty silly, but Archie is not canon. So, yeah, so it hasn't come up in the video games yet who his parents are. I'd love to know. Saga, if you want to, go for it. I want to see his parents.
Leave us a comment.
Yeah, exactly. But so after that, he takes the rings. Longclaw saves him against an Echidna army, teasing Knuckles.
Yep.
But he goes through a transport ring and ends up on Earth.
And the town of Green Hills, Montana, obviously a nod to the first stage.
Right, which game. When I was seeing this movie for the first time, when it turned out the town was named Green Hills, I was like, okay, this movie's going to be great.
Yeah, that subtle little nod.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But I think real quick, I want to talk about Ben Schwartz's performance as Sonic.
Let's go ahead.
So for me, I thought the movie kind of portrayed Sonic as more of like a wild, unruly child,
Yep.
Like a preteen.
Yeah.
I would say. And that's kind of interesting.
I have one of those, and I would agree.
Maybe that's why your kids love this movie so much. They are Sonic. Yeah, in the video games, I think his age is never really established. But in this movie, they kind of firmly establish that he's sort of a child, which I think works for Sonic. They kind of give him like kind of hyperactivity in his personality.
Yes.
He kind of like has attention deficit issues, not like making fun of it, which you shouldn't make fun of that.
No, but
he obviously, as someone who's the fastest thing alive, sorry, I had to do it. He, he has some attention problems, which makes sense. He's faster than everything.
Yeah.
Down to the fact that he even flosses, which most teens do nowadays. You guys can't see this. It's not a video.
They don't do it anymore.
No, they don't anymore. But you guys can't see this. I'm flossing right now terribly.
He's not. He's flailing his arms.
I'm trying to. I don't know how. I never figured it out. But anyway.
I can tell. I figured it out.
I love this version of Sonic. And I think Ben Schwartz is the perfect guy to bring him to life.
He brings a lot of emotion to the role, which...
Yeah, a surprising amount of emotion as well.
Because, Sonic, he's a little bit whiny at times. He gets sad, he gets angry. He does a really good job of emoting all of it. I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz did a really fantastic job.
Yeah, it made Sonic seem like a real character instead of just like, oh, here's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right, because in the cartoons... No pun intended, he is way more 2D. Like, there's really no, like...
Yeah, he's just like the smart aleck, like, hey, come over here. Sonic says he wants a chili dog. Like,
right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, when Jaleel White played the role, he did a great job. He's forever imprinted in my brain if that's how Sonic sounds, and I feel like Ben Schwartz did a great job carrying that
right
out.
Yeah. Okay, getting back to the plot though.
Yes.
Sonic speeds around in a little bit of a montage while the song Don't Stop Me by Queen is playing in the background, which scientifically has been proven to be one of the happiest songs ever made. So if you listen to it, it's scientifically proven to elevate your mood, which is great.
Okay. I believe it.
You get to see Sonic's kind of like tree fort he has. I thought it was really funny that Sonic is shown to read Flash comics by DC, and now DC has collaborated with Sonic. Have you seen these toys and all that and all the merch and the comic books? They recast all the DC superheroes as Sonic characters, and Sonic is the Flash, which is pretty cool.
I didn't see that.
Shadow's Batman, and Silver is Green Lantern, Knuckles is Superman, so on and so forth.
All that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's a pretty good 1-to-1.
I did not know that. I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, so then we see Sonic's pretty lonely. He spies on the Donut Lord, as he calls him.
Tom Wachowski.
Tom Wachowski. Yep. And Tom has dreams of being a big cop in the big city, San Francisco. So Sonic kind of just spies in on them a lot. He watches movies with them while they can't see him.
Yeah, because he feels like that Tom and his wife Maddie really had that picturesque mountain foresty life.
Yeah.
And he wants it. He wants a family because he's never had one, right? He was raised by a freaking owl.
Right.
So he really wants that family dynamic, which is relatable. And so he was out one night playing baseball alone.
Which is a very funny scene of him playing baseball with himself and like Sonic having all these characters like he's the umpire and he puts on a slightly different voice.
Blowing a bubble.
Right.
Yeah,
but,
it was really fun.
But he gets frustrated and he starts running the bases absurdly fast and causes a giant blackout, which kind of brings the plot of the movie into motion.
Yep. Yeah, he creates a EMP, which triggers everybody to pay attention to it. So that has the U.S. Department of Defense hire the scientist Dr. Robotnik to figure out what caused it. And realizing that, oh, shoot, now everybody knows that I'm here. Everybody's looking for me. He wants to take the rings, but he doesn't want to. He wants to stay, but he wants to take the rings and live on a different planet that only contains mushrooms.
Right. Which, by the way, did you find Sonic's dig of mushrooms all the time to possibly be a dig on Mario, who loves mushrooms?
Now that you say it, yeah.
Maybe a very, very subtle
Now
dig.
that you say it, I wasn't thinking it.
So Robotnik comes in, and Jim Carrey brings in his manic yet evil energy, and I just love it. Jim Carrey still dials up like a vintage performance here, I thought. Like a really good mix of, like I was saying, Riddler with some like undertones of Ace Ventura. Very much so.
He's not the Dr. Robotnik I would have pictured from the video games.
No, he's not. But especially not in this movie.
And that's okay.
Right.
The energy and just it kind of reminds me of Jim Carrey from the show In Living Color. Just very
vintage Jim
wild,
Carrey, yes.
Animated, but not too wild. He did a really good job.
Mm-hmm. He's still a little bit of a know-it-all, like the Robotnik of the games, but he's more of a smarmy jerk about it.
Yeah.
Than I would say the Robotnik from the video games. He also has an assistant named
Agent Stone.
Character created specifically for the movie, but love him as well.
Yeah,
he's a very nice foil for Robotnik. He's kind of like a bootlick. He's always kissing Robotnik's butt.
Makes a really good steamed goat coffee.
Yeah, I absolutely love that line where he's like, "Do you think I'm an imbecile? Of course I want it." It's such a great line, great movie. But yes. But anyway, getting back to the plot. So Robotnik has his robots, and Sonic loses his rings when they get tossed in a portal onto the
top of a building. Not Empire State Building. Good grief, in San Francisco. Way other side of the country.
Which, by the way, I'm almost thinking, do you think they made San Francisco the main city of this movie because it's like the city from Sonic Adventure 2, where they're like snowboarding down the hills? Possibly. Maybe I'm getting a little into the weeds with the Sonic references.
Maybe you are, but you got a point. I'm not going to tell you no, Dan. You're crazy.
But anyway, then at this point, the movie basically turns into a miniature road trip movie where Tom and Sonic...
Well, let's talk about how Tom catches Sonic with a blow dart.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah, that's very funny. The only way to slow him down.
And that's the road trip part is the best part of the movie.
I think so too, honestly. They stop by a roadside saloon, and that's a very fun scene.
His first bar fight.
He's like, "It's my first bar fight."
Yeah.
And then they kind of borrow the trick that the X-Men movie did, where he's so fast, all of time is moving incredibly slow, and then they do some bullet time style Matrix effects on top of it, which is a brilliant move. If you're gonna steal from a scene, why not steal from one of the best superhero scenes of all time, the Quicksilver scene? So that's really funny.
Yep.
And there's a lot of good jokes when they're doing their road trip.
Kind of like a father-son type vibe.
That's what I was saying. See, Sonic's like the son, and Tom finally learns how to be a father.
Yeah.
But they make it to San Fran, and then there Sonic finally gets his game-accurate red shoes.
Yes, which were given to him by Maddie's sister Rachel, her daughter JoJo, which, by the way... Maddie's sister Rachel is one of my favorite characters in the franchise. I love that
in the third movie she gets a really big role.
She had a good role in the second one too.
Yeah.
With the whole marriage thing.
Yep, that was very funny.
Just her anger, she's so funny.
Yeah, it's like deadpan but angry.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
And she obviously hates Tom with a passion, which again is funny.
Yeah.
So they go to, and the building was the Transamerica Pyramid.
There we go. Okay.
According to Wikipedia.
There we go. I didn't know that. But here comes probably my favorite gag of the movie when they take the elevator up to get the rings on the top of the building, and they're smuggling Sonic in a duffel bag, and he's like, "I can't breathe in here," and they're like, "Shut up." There's people around him. It's really dark humor because the joke here is that he's smuggling a child in a bag and won't let the kid out of the bag. But that's probably my favorite gag of the entire movie. It's so dark but still funny. So they get the rings back. And then Robotnik and Sonic have a fight in San Fran, which is pretty good. But then the fight moves to Green Hills again for kind of the climax of the movie.
Yep, you got Robotnik using one of his quills to match Sonic's speed, energy. Robotnik has this hover car, which looks just like a boss fight.
Right, yeah.
And what does Sonic 2 do to defeat it? Curls up into a ball and smacks it, just like in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's not forget one of the side characters, which ends up being a bigger character in the later movies in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Wade,
yes.
I love Wade.
Wade's very funny, too, in his limited scenes.
Which, obviously,
very deadpan, but very funny. And yeah, that's why he got more in the Knuckles show.
Yeah.
Which I still have not watched.
What?
That's going to be something I'm going to start. I'm currently at, like, a point where there's not a lot on TV right now.
I'll give you my Paramount Plus password.
I have Paramount Plus, actually, so I might as well.
Watch it.
Well, I'm too busy watching X-Men 97 right now. The show's amazing.
I still haven't watched that.
Oh, my God. Yo, you take that. Take my Disney Plus password and you watch 97. Well, then get on it. Come on. What are you doing? You're saying, what am I doing? What are you doing?
What shows should we watch, people? Please let us know in the comments.
Actually, maybe we could do a Knuckles Button Mash Movies show.
Button Mash shows?
Button Mash streaming? I don't know. But
we'll figure it out.
But anyway, so wrapping up the plot of the movie, they get in a fight. Robotnik does get sent to the Mushroom Planet, which is a very fun nod to the Sonic and Knuckles video game, which factors into the second movie, which that's where he meets Knuckles.
And Commander Walters still on the search for Sonic.
Yep.
Can't find him.
Mm-hmm.
Ends up living with the Wachowskis, has his own room in the house, feels like he has a family now.
Mm-hmm.
Big happy ending. Post-credit scene, which happens in every movie now.
Yep. And now it's not even post-credit. Now it's more mid-credit.
That's true.
Because, like, now they don't want people to miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you don't want them to miss Tails.
Miles Tails Prower.
Which, voiced by the actress from the games, which is pretty cool.
I thought that was cool, too.
Yeah. I wonder if she was kind of like a stand-in and then they
Colleen
just kept
O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, that's right. She's been at some conventions I've gone to. I should say hi to her sometime. But yeah, so Tails shows up and says he's on his way to help find Sonic, and that sets up the second movie, which is arguably superior.
I would agree.
But you know what I do like about this movie? Sorry if I cut you off.
No, please go ahead.
Is that this one kind of has small stakes. I like that it's a little bit of a smaller story.
Yeah.
Robotnik isn't necessarily trying to rule the world. He's not trying to take over the galaxy. He's really kind of just out to get Sonic.
Yeah.
That's it. Just to prove that he's smarter than Sonic and better.
And he wants his power.
Right. So I like that as these movies have scaled up, the stakes have gone higher and higher.
Yeah.
Like in the second one, you get the Death Egg, the base from Sonic 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
In the third movie, you get like Shadow and Sonic going full Goku Supernova on the space station.
Because they're going to destroy the Earth.
Right. So the stakes have been going up and up and up.
And then Robotnik becomes like the kind of the hero at the end of that a little bit.
Right, a little bit, foiling his father or grandfather, Gerald.
So some spoilers ahead.
For a 8-year-old movie now,
I guess, yeah, kind of. Well,
6,
even going
7.
into the third movie,
with
the fourth movie, it's currently in production, I believe.
It just wrapped filming.
Okay, but
they've got to do all the CGI and stuff. He is back.
So I wish I didn't know that.
Well, they gave it away in the teaser trailer. You know what's kind of funny is after every one of these Sonic movies, Jim Carrey is pretty much like, I'm done with acting. I thought it was hilarious that after Sonic 2, I think he said he wouldn't do Sonic 3 unless it was the greatest movie ever made or something like that.
And
he did it. And then on the press tour, someone asked him, like, why'd you do it? And he was like, I needed more money. Like he was like, that's it. He was like, I've bought a lot of stuff and I need money for more stuff. So I love it, Jim Carrey. You wouldn't think he's not phoning it in, but he's in it for the paycheck.
Well, and two, he doesn't do a ton of movies. And
not anymore. He's up there in age.
And I'm sure they love seeing him in it.
Yeah.
So it's great to see him do it. It's a role. Like, he's typecast for this role. They wrote this for him.
Yep.
So I had to remind myself that this was Jeff Fowler's first directorial debut. He did a fantastic job. The writing was good. Like you said, I do like you mentioned, I didn't think of it till you did say it. Like, the stakes were small.
Yeah.
And then they keep increasing, because if you started with the plot of 3 of like, oh my gosh, the world's going to blow up. Well, where do you go from there? Right. You go into outer space? Like, no. they've built it up gradually. You've gotten some great actors and actresses along the way to play the extra roles. I like the way it's grown.
I agree with that. I love the evolution of the Sonic series compared to the Mario series. Go back and listen if you hadn't, please, because the numbers are kind of low. To the just gotta be honest, of the Super Mario Galaxy movie episode, which was a great episode, you guys. Come on, go back, listen to it. Why not? What are you doing? You're in your car right now. Just after this is over, just 2 taps. Listen to the Mario one. But well, I think the problem we came out with that before anyone had seen it, and we put spoilers. I think we scared our audience off. Now we're only going to do 7-year-old movies, so don't worry. No, we'll do Sonic 4 for you guys, but probably a little after it's been out, so you had plenty of time to see it.
And that comes out next year?
2027, I think, spring, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, the Sonic series has been like progressively leveling up movie to movie. The Mario series, like with that second movie, they crammed everything but the kitchen sink into it.
Yeah.
Like I wish they would have scaled up a little more gradually.
I would agree. They did a great job with the first one. The second one, everything in the kitchen sink, like you said.
It's put them in a tough pickle for the third Mario movie, which you know is going to happen, and it's going to have Daisy. But how are they going to top that? There was just so much going on. Maybe a little bit of a return to basic approach? I don't know.
Maybe, but it's kind of funny because if you look at Sonic, ever since the Dreamcast Sonic came out, ever since Sonic 06 bombed, Sonic really hasn't had a lot of luck on his side.
You know what? I would push back on that because I have been playing a lot more of the newer Sonics.
The newer ones are fine. I'm saying from like 06 until the movie came out.
Yeah, I think the movie coming back out I will agree with you there, did put Sonic in a good light again.
Because a lot of the recent stuff that they've done has been good.
Yeah, post that.
It's helped really springboard Sonic back into the video game scene.
Top tier,
top tier.
As a competitive rival for Mario again. You're right. Yeah, for a bit there in the 2000s, Mario was for sure on top.
Oh, yeah.
And Sonic was second banana, but now Sonic is like starting to munch on Mario's bananas again. Maybe Donkey Kong's bananas? I don't know. But he's back on the bananas. I will say real quick, this isn't one of our specific video game episodes, but I did just finish Sonic Generations X Shadow for Switch, and that was phenomenal. It was amazing. It was so great, I had to say it so slow. But no, the Sonic Generations stuff held up super well, and the Shadow campaign might have been the best Sonic anything like in 3D. It was so friggin' good. The ending of the game was like the ending of a Bayonetta game. It was just crazy. Wow. Like Shadow has to fight this insane kaiju. It's just good. Just play it. It's probably cheap enough now that our listeners can probably get it for like 20 or 30 at GameStop. Great game.
All right, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah, but going back to the movie, like I said, I love the small stakes. I love that each movie keeps building towards something.
I love that they got rid of Ugly Sonic.
Yeah, that saved the movie. We touched a little bit on the chemistry between James Marsden and Ben Schwartz, but I think their chemistry is also part of what makes this movie so great. Like, they've got a really good buddy chemistry together, even though Sonic does kind of annoy him all the time.
Yeah, I also like Maddie as a matriarch kind of role, but she's also like such a strong leader in the movie as well. And you see that especially in the third movie too. Like, she's not afraid of anything. She's not she's not like a female character.
She's not a wimp. She's not a damsel in distress. Yeah,
but it's not in your face about it.
Right. Yeah.
Some movies can be pretty in your face, like look how brave she is. No, it comes off just it's natural. I love the way she plays the role. Everybody played their role pretty well.
I agree. Yeah. As long as we're talking about her, I love Tika's scene where Sonic is passed out and she has to revive him. Like, she kind of she comes off as like very, very smart there.
Yeah.
But like also like a little fed up with people thinking she's stupid. Like in that scene where she's like, I got smelling salts. They're human smelling salts. Like I really love that scene, and she does a great job. She's not just like some, weak, wimpy wife character. Like, she actually adds an element to the movie.
Yeah, and they all, even James Marsden's character, Tom, he shows growth, right?
Yeah.
Because Maddie doesn't really need to have growth. She just needs to be there she's there to solve the problems,
right,
and move the characters along, which is kind of what a good matriarch does. Tom had a lot of growth with going from I want to get out of this place to hey, this place is all right. I have a good, just, the don't take for granted what you have. So sure. I love the fact that both of them grew. It wasn't just Sonic. Sure. And it set up a great second movie and a third and a TV show. And it's a great launching pad for the movies. I'm glad it grossed so well.
Thank goodness it came out like a month before the world ended. Otherwise, we might not have gotten Sonic 2 or 3. Yeah. I think they knew right away they were going to make a sequel. I have the Blu-ray, and there's a special feature too that's like the next Sonic movie coming next. And actually, speaking of that, if you get the first pressing of the Blu-ray, it comes with a very cool little mini comic book,
which I didn't know until today,
and it recaps the whole movie, and it's kind of like 8-bit style, which I'm going to give a little bit of flowers, a little bit of love to the end credits, too. The way they kind of retold the whole movie in 8-bit style and threw in even more Easter eggs, like a version of the Sonic 2 special stage that looked quasi 3D. And you can tell there was definitely love behind the scenes, all the way around. And I think it shows in the product and the movie. And I think it only emboldened them to put more and more Sonic Easter eggs and lore in every movie, and I'm extremely, extremely excited to see what they do with Sonic 4.
And Speed Me Up, the song that they used for the end credits, so good.
Yeah, that's a really good song too. That's a bop. Was that by Kid Cudi, I think?
Him. Let me see. I know it was Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, Wiz Khalifa. I think Kid Cudi does Wiz Khalifa, one of the other
Lil
ones.
Yachty, Ty Dolla $ign. I only know the first two people. So
sure.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, my rap love kind of peaked in the early 2000s. I'm not as big into the rap anymore.
No, if it was DMX, I would have known it. But the movie grossed $320 million.
That's just domestic, right? Is that worldwide?
It doesn't tell me.
I think that I think that is worldwide.
Well, Japan had it delayed. Because it didn't. It was supposed to come out in March.
Japan's a key market. Yeah.
And Japan in 2020, just like the rest of the world, wasn't doing much.
No.
So they released it in June, at the end of June, and it still did well. So it probably hurt it a little bit, but not too terribly much. I'm sure back then there were people that were itching to get out of quarantine, and there were people that were still afraid.
Yeah, so worldwide it was $319 million.
Okay.
And then they've been making progressively more money worldwide. Sonic 2 made $405 million, and Sonic 3 made $492. So
dang.
As the movies have been getting bigger, the money has been getting bigger.
Do you think Sonic 4 hits the $500 million mark?
I bet. We'll see. I mean, I guess it depends on, the entire story of the movie. And it's going to be hard to top Sonic 3 because Sonic 3 cribbed a lot of really great plot. So it's going to be tough.
They can do it.
It seems like they might go back and do a little bit of a Sonic CD plot. If I had to speculate,
that's what my son was saying.
Tiny bit of speculation here before we close out and close the old laptop. Maybe they could go Spider-Verse-y with it. Maybe bring in 2D Sonic. I did just play Sonic Generations, so that's part of why I got 2D and 3D Sonic crossing over in my brain. Maybe they've been really good about introducing only 1 or 2 characters from the Sonic universe in every movie.
Yeah.
But maybe this is a movie where they just say, forget it. Let's have all the characters. Big the Cat, Silver the Hedgehog, Knack the purple thing. I don't know what he is. Scratch and Grounder from the cartoon show. You're back.
Go.
Jaleel White,
Espio.
Sonic,
Espio
you're in it?
Espio is one of the purple things.
Okay.
I only know that because my son had a plush of it.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
And then there's the Sonic thing that looks like a bee. I don't know. There's so many weird characters.
Yeah, there's so many characters.
Charmy. That was the other
Charmy the bee.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, they've done such a good job of doling out only 1 or 2 character per movie. In the next movie, if they did Sonic's entire Rouge Gallery, Rouge the Bat from Sonic Adventure.
Sonic X.
Yeah,
and Adventures, yes.
Yep. So I would see a Spider-Verse-y. I'm going to see it either way, even if it sucks. I'm there. Opening night.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be doing it for you guys. We'll be reviewing it. But we're going to, I think, keep the series going. We're going to try to review Sonic 2, the movie, and Sonic 3 before the 4th one, and then we'll give you guys the 4th one. Because like we said, we know you Sonic guys are rabid Sonic fans and you want more Sonic content, we want to give you more Sonic content. Don't worry. Subscribe, like. We got lots more Sonic coming for you guys.
All right, leave us your thoughts on the movie.
Oh, real quick before we go. We didn't say it. How many gold rings? Out of 10 gold rings, how many gold rings?
I would say 7. It was a good start. They did a good job. 7 for me.
I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 gold rings. I thought it was a really great start to the series. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to throw a giant gold ring and jump through it and get out of here.
We'll see you next time.
Yep. Take care, guys.